Hey guys, it's Elon from Inside Fighting, and we're doing things a little bit different today. You're in for a treat, a fun treat. I'm going to break down every comment that I see on martial arts channels that pisses me off. And I'm not just talking about my own. I'm talking about, I watch a lot of martial arts channels. I really love martial arts. And these are comments that consistently pop up on every single video. It will never miss a video. These comments are guaranteed. So stay tuned. I'm curious what you guys think, and I really want to hear your feedback on this one.
Pow pow, inside fighting, yeah, dangerous martial arts. Pow pow, ooh ah.
All right, as always, if you want to support the channel, go to InsideFightingStore.com. I got some great instructionals on there, self-defense stuff, Filipino martial arts stuff. I got a Kyokushin video on there. And if you get an instructional and you don't like it, and you watch it within the first 30 days, don't hit me up like 3 years later and be like, I want a refund. But within the first 30 days, I'll refund you. And I stand by that. I really think there's a lot to gain from them. I think they're valuable, and I hope you check them out. So thanks. And if not, just like and subscribe and leave a comment. That means a lot too. All right, that's it. So we're going to start jumping into these comments. I'm going to go through each one by one. I wrote them down here because I wanted to make sure that I remember them all. All right, so the first one, anytime I or any person in the world makes a self-defense video and they're explaining something situational, or they're explaining a situation where someone's already hitting you, whatever that may be, but action has already started, the response you'll see in the comment section, and you'll see numerous people write this, the best self-defense is running. You should have just taught them how to run. The only option is running. As if running is the end-all solution to all self-defense situations. I'm going to explain why this comment is annoying to anyone who actually trains. Number one, it goes without saying that in self-defense, given the opportunity to get away, you will run. If someone is 10 or 15 or 20 feet away from me, and they're just eyeing me and I can get away without a physical confrontation, I'll do that. We're not idiots. We know that running is a good option. People who are going into self-defense are not psychopaths looking to hurt people. They're looking for self-defense, not self-offense. By nature, they know if they can get away, that's option number one. It doesn't have to be said over and over and over a million times in every video ever made anytime a self-defense situation is discussed. Now, I'm going to break down additionally why this is a dumb comment. There's numerous situations where running does not work. Number one, if you're injured, you can't run. For example, I have a busted knee right now. I can't run. Does that mean I can't defend myself if someone attacks me? Should I not be training hand techniques, my upper body, how to use my cane, how to use crutches, how to use whatever I'm going to have on me to protect myself? God forbid I need to. Number two, you may not be faster than the person, in which case you will have just wasted a ton of energy, be showing your back, and they will be on top of you and you're going to be messed up. Number three, there are numerous situations where you actually have to defend other people. If you're walking with your kids, for example, and some guy starts attacking you, are you going to run away and leave your kids there to be attacked? I don't understand the logic here. There are so many countless situations where running is not a viable option. If someone's already on top, right in my face, ready to hit me, I'm not turning and running away. Sorry, guys. That's just not the right move in that situation. But you're not a self-defense expert because you know to tell people to run. That's not what makes you an expert. I feel like people say it and they're like, nah, I know everything about self-defense. I told that martial arts expert to run. Congratulations. We couldn't think of that for ourselves. Number two. Oh man, this one drives me crazy. And I literally just saw 10 people write this. I commented on some video on YouTube and I got 100 responses. People were super angry. And I was just pretty much encouraging a woman who was training blocks and some basic techniques, saying not everyone has to be John Jones because everyone was bashing her. And it's good that she's training. Anyway, the number one comment I got is she should just learn how to use a gun. I'm going to explain why this is completely insane. Number one, you're not all the killers you think you are. You're not all Navy SEALs out to take care of business in the middle of the night, sniping people, whatever you think you're doing. That's not you. I'm sorry, bro. And even if it is, you're going to go to jail if you just start shooting every person who talks shit to you, every person who looks at you funny. You haven't shot anybody, because if you did, you'd be in prison. So you're obviously not using your gun all the time. It's not a viable option, again, in a lot of situations to just be like, hey, bro, are you looking at me funny? Number one, how insecure are you That's your go-to thing when someone is showing you how to cover your head from a strike. Or there's some 50-year-old woman with 3 kids at home learning to block a punch, and like your ego goes straight to like, I could just use a gun. If there's some drunk guy at a bar, there's a very low chance I'm going to draw my firearm and shoot him. That's just not the direction I want to go. I'm not a serial killer. And neither are you, again, because you'd be in prison if that was the thing you were doing. So you're not a tough guy because you have a gun. Anyone can have a gun. There's also numerous situations where your gun is going to fail you. Meaning, you get into a face-to-face confrontation with someone. They start punching you in the head. Are you going to start drawing your firearm while you're being punched in the head? You've never trained covering up. You've never trained adrenal stress response. You've never trained how to deal with someone mounted on top of you. But your gun is suddenly going to be the ultimate equalizer in any situation, even when someone is smashing your head into the concrete. No, that's not how it works. That's not how training in reality actually happen. Again, I don't think, very similar to running, that a gun is an end-all solution for every situation in self-defense. There's a lot of times, in fact, there's numerous videos of law enforcement getting killed because they didn't have time to deploy their firearm while someone with a knife was coming at them. And not at close distance, by the way. We're talking about like 10 to 14 feet. They still got killed. And there's a lot of studies on this, the 21-foot rule. Sure, there's people who are amazing with a gun who could do it in shorter ranges than that. But you still need a massive amount of distance. And again, adrenal stress response will screw up your reaction time. You will perform less efficiently. So if you're doing this in a controlled environment and then you think you're going to perform in real life, you're wrong. You're sorely mistaken. And most knife fights happen very quick. Knife attacks, not fights. They're not duels. Happen very quick, happen very close, and you don't see the knife. Your firearm will fail you in that situation. I promise you. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the online martial arts expert who sits on his couch and eats Doritos all day. But anytime he sees a video of someone better than him, and I think most people are better than these people at training, they go, well, I would just do this, or that technique would not work, or this or that. They have some kind of high-end criticism watching an expert who's been doing something for 30 years when they have no idea what they're doing. They're just the ultimate know-it-alls of martial arts and every system and every technique and know exactly what works or doesn't work. These guys are very common, sadly. And again, I think it all comes down to insecurity. I've never watched a martial arts video and said to myself, I have a need to publicly comment and talk shit about this person who is just training and trying to do their best. It's just very weird. And you're always getting a glimpse. Like, here's something people have to realize. When you watch someone putting up a video, right? Like a 30-second video. Let's say me, I do 20-minute videos of training. You're even within that 20-minute video, you're getting a glimpse of a specific thing I'm trying to show you. I'm not showing you the entirety of what I believe about martial arts and self-defense because that would be physically impossible in 20 minutes. It's definitely physically impossible in 30 seconds. So like if a video is happening and showing like a block like this, and someone goes, well, what if they just punch you straight down the center? Well, I'm showing you how to block a haymaker. I'm not showing you how to block a cross. They're two completely different things. So obviously, if this is to block a haymaker, maybe I'll parry the cross. But in this video, I'm not showing you that. You didn't enlighten everyone because you completely changed the content of the video to suit your narrative where you can now say you know something. Like that's, again, just an insane thing to do, but people do it all the time on every video. By the way, guys, I'm probably making this video because I'm just so annoyed over my knee being injured that I'm like stressed out. And this is like a great way to vent through some other means. So thanks for bearing with me. I know this is one of the more random videos. I can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts on it. Pro fighters. Pro fighters will be hitting a heavy bag, will be demonstrating something, will be playing around. And there are always countless people in the video comment section saying they could kick that person's ass. Let that sink in. We're talking about like world champions. I saw a video of Ryan Garcia, fine, not a world champion, but an excellent boxer, throwing like a left hook and teaching somebody. Everyone in the comment section is talking about how they could beat him. I saw one of this Muay Thai fighter, excellent Muay Thai fighter, pro Muay Thai fighter. People were correcting his technique on his bag work. One thing I won't do, ever, is start trying to coach a world-class fighter unless they literally ask me to coach. I'm not going to then watch a world champion Muay Thai fighter kick the bag and be like, oh, by the way, buddy, I can correct your technique on your roundhouse kick that you've been doing 40 years. Moving on. Every time there is a video showing a self-defense technique or traditional martial art, every single time you will see this comment. Prove it in the ring. Prove it in the ring has to be one of the most annoying comments I've ever heard in my life. Number one, the great irony here is that these people all just follow trends. Whatever Joe Rogan tells them is cool and effective, they suddenly believe, because all these people do is tell people to go learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I've already made a video on this. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is not the end all of self-defense. I know that bothers you guys because Joe Rogan and all these trendy influencers have been telling you that now you're super tough and cool if you do Jiu-Jitsu. But the reality is there's a whole other world out there. And just because you like Jiu-Jitsu, or just because you think combat sports are the only thing that works in the world, doesn't mean that it works for everyone, and doesn't mean that it's actually the most effective thing in the world. There are a lot of guys who do traditional martial arts that are super dangerous on the street, and people grossly underestimate them because it's not trendy and because Joe Rogan didn't tell them to find it cool. I mean, we saw this with like Machida, or was it Anderson Silva? I can't remember who threw the first front kick to someone's face. It was either Machida or Anderson Silva, and all of a sudden Joe Rogan said, oh my God, that's so cool, it's so viable, and then all of a sudden front kicks became cool again. Up until that point, no one really liked them. It's like the second someone does something and it works, and then a couple of celebrities say it's effective, everyone believes it's an effective technique, even if a traditional martial art's been doing it for like 50, 100, 200 years. All of a sudden now, because Joe Rogan said it's cool and because it worked once in the UFC, it's become an effective technique. But until then, the front kick was useless. Let's just understand this. To all these online people, the front kick was not effective, and it suddenly became effective because they were told it's effective. There's also this incredible weird thing that happens in martial arts where people will see a boxer hitting a heavy bag. People will see a boxer hitting mitts. People will see a Thai guy working on pads also. They'll see all these combat sports. They'll see a jiu-jitsu guy drilling arm bars. And you'll never once hear the criticism of, well, that heavy bag's not hitting him back. Well, those pads aren't hitting him back. Well, if these are like pro fighters or whatever that may be, or they train heavily. You'll never hear people say, oh, well, in jiu-jitsu, you can't punch people to the face. But for some reason in traditional martial arts, if someone is demonstrating an attribute building drill, which is literally what focus mitts are, shadow boxing is, hitting a heavy bag. In Wing Chun, it might be Chi Sao. In Filipino martial arts, it might be flow drills. People suddenly believe because it's coming from a non-combat sport, it must be useless. It can't work. Even though these are attribute building drills, the exact same thing you do in combat sports, they don't work because they're coming from a traditional martial art. It's the weirdest standard I've ever seen in my life, where it's okay in the combat sports world to do drills and to run techniques and to do things in isolation. It's not okay in the traditional martial arts world. It means your martial art is useless, and if this person's only exposure to this thing is a 30-second clip, they've decided the entire martial arts and people who've been training 20 years have no idea what they're talking about, and only they know because they saw your 30-second clip. KFM, which, by the way, I think KFM has a lot of positive in it, Casey Fighting Method. There's a lot of great structure. They cover up incredibly well. But whenever you see that, someone will say, oh, it doesn't work in the ring, go do combat sports. Like, it doesn't matter what the style is. You could have, like, someone teaching an incredible knife fighting seminar and people will be like, oh, go prove it in the ring. There are no knives in the ring, buddy. So, yeah. That's all I got for you folks today. A real rant, my first one, on my pet peeves that I see on virtually every video. So if you made it this far, I'm literally impressed. Actually, if you made it this far, just please leave a comment below so I know. It'll be cool to see that you guys actually watched this much of the video, so thanks so much.